Hello, my name is Tuk. I'm a PhD student and computer science teacher from Madagascar. Today I wanted to talk about my keyboard layout and generally alternative keyboard layouts. So this is my current keyboard right now. It's the TH Pro by Apple Maker. It's going to be my last quote-unquote normal keyboard because I'm going down the rabbit hole of split keyboards. But even though it says QWERTY, whenever I type something on here, if you've noticed on my videos, the letters do not match the one that I type and the one which appears on screen. And that's basically what an alternative layout is. You just remap everything, not on the hardware itself, but on your operating system. So if I press this key right here, it's A, right? But it's I in non-QWERTY. This is S, it's N in non-QWERTY, and so on and so forth. So the basic idea is that we want to maximize the home row, this row right here, where you're supposed to rest your fingers if you're touch typing, and they put the most frequent letters for English or French or whatever on this home row. The other keys are placed strategically so that you can easily reach the most frequent, and the less frequent, like Q, are going to be like uncomfortable spots, like this Z right here. It's Q on non-QWERTY, which makes sense. So, myth number one, does switching to an alternative layout make you faster? The answer is of course no. If you're just looking for speed, I suggest you stay with your actual layout like QWERTY. But if you want comfort, if switching to another layout sounds fun or badass, then I suggest you switch to another layout. There's a whole lot of layouts out there. There's like Semi-Mac, there's like Dvorak, Cormac, Cormac DH, Cormac QI, lots of Cormac actually. And you've got non-QWERTY, you've got Canary, so much that I cannot mention them all in one video. So I started to be interested in keyboard layouts in 2020 because I was starting to do a lot of speed typing. I was getting into the rabbit hole of mechanical keyboards, so I started to feel a lot of pain in my wrist. Also, my right thumb, it went numb on December 2020. So the first thing I did was switch to vertical mouse, then switch to trackballs like this one, the MX Ergo by Logitech. And the second thing that I did was trying to find another keyboard layout because I read that QWERTY is bad for your wrist and for ergonomics. So I was not really afraid to make a full switch to another layout because it sounded fun. And again, I needed a hobby. So I started with Beeple, which is an alternative layout for French because we mainly use French and English and our native language Malagasy here. So I was trying to use the Beeple layout for a while, and the one thing that bothered me was, on this layout right here, you can see this thing right here? It's like the anti-slash symbol. It's the W on Beeple. So if I type English, like if I play Metro type on this, it's just not possible. Like W is here and K is somewhere around here. So it was really uncomfortable. It was comfortable for French, but not for English so much. And it was certainly not that comfortable for Malagasy. So I just quit overall. I just quit Beeple and I tried to modify it and tried to create my own layout. Then the community from Discord suggested me a new layout called non-QWERTY by Michael Dickens, made in 2011. Lots of historical details here. But regardless, I get into the hobby of learning non-QWERTY in March 2021. It was really a revelation for me because I really discovered what a row was. Like basically, it's like this movement. It felt very flowy in a way. So I was about to still keep AZERTY because I was like 90, 80, 70 words per minute, somewhere around these parts on AZERTY, so I wanted to keep it in case I had to work. But I was practicing non-QWERTY. I started off, I think my first typing test, I had 18 words per minute, which is painfully slow for me because I'm used to type like 80 words per minute on average, and I have to answer messages, I have to type courses, etc. So I kept both. But eventually, as non-QWERTY was getting faster, I started to forget about AZERTY, and I really preferred the comfort of non-QWERTY over AZERTY. So eventually, I forgot about AZERTY for the most part, and I exclusively used non-QWERTY for work, for chatting, for everything, for even speed typing. And you can watch like my progress on Typewriter. It has this very weird graph where I had an increase in speed and then drop all the way to 20 words per minute just to rise up back again. And eventually I just stick with MTGAP. So what is my experience with MTGAP? Would I ever return to AZERTY again? No. Do I recommend alternative layouts? Depends. If you're willing to lose some productivity for a little bit of fun and rewiring your muscle memory, then why not? One thing also is that if you have wrist pains, if you're looking for more comfort out of your typing experience, then why not? Other than that, I just think like QWERTY is functional, but it's not the most ergonomic, but it's not really the end of the world either. Most of the fastest typists use QWERTY anyways because they have a lot of time to practice with QWERTY, basically since they were born. So overall, it's been a comfortable experience typing on MTGAP. I think the only layout I consider switching to is Canary or APT by Apsu. Maybe I'll try a few layouts once my PhD is done, because right now I have a ton of things to type. So yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions on how to use a keyboard layout, let me know. But if you watch my videos, you can probably see how comfortable it is. But does it make a world of a difference? It's all a matter of perspective. You can type using MTGAP or QWERTY, all the same, they work very well. But for me, since I know the comfort of MTGAP, I will never go back to QWERTY. Never, never, never. Unless I have to do it on someone else's computer, but even that is not enough to persuade me to sway away from the magic of MTGAP. Maybe I'll try other layouts just for fun, just for the ergonomics, but I don't think it's going to change much from MTGAP to another layout. There's not much of a difference anyways. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm going to type a lot on this thing still, a lot of pages, 100 pages for my PhD, so hopefully it's in MTGAP. Otherwise, maybe my fingers will hurt a little bit. And I think since I'm typing a lot for hobbies, etc., it's something a bit painful. But I'm glad. I'm going to put MTGAP and Michael Dickens in my thanks sections on my PhD. So that's it guys, see you around.